Hello people, how's it going? Scotty. So here we have another example of a communist who sits there and calls me an idiot, as you can hear here.
For those idiots who wanted me to do a response to this video on Scotty I got two. I just said, alright, I'll just do it. I'm going to level with you. Every time I got sick of watching this video from the stupidity of it, I'm going to make a ding sound and I'm going to say when I stop doing it.
So let's just quickly cut to the chase of what he says first.
I'm no communist, I'll tell you that right now. I believe a man should own his own house and car and cow. I like this private ownership, I want to be left alone. Let the government run its business and let me run my own.
He's saying that communism has nothing to do with being stateless. Well, the whole idea of it is to evolve into a stateless, classless society from the transitionary state that Marx and Lenin described, called socialism.
You know, it's remarkable how someone like that could call me an idiot. And he tries to place, again, it's this ludicrous idea where they think they can place their ideas above practice.
He's saying that communism has nothing to do with being stateless. Well, the whole idea of it...
This idea that communism is stateless. The idea that communism is moneyless. The key word there, the idea.
Well, the whole idea of it...
Trying to place theory above practice. He calls me an idiot for saying that communism cannot exist outside of a state. He's trying to say that I'm the idiot for placing practice above theory. Think about that for a second. He's calling me an idiot for putting what history has already proven above his theories. Let's say I was to write a book, and let's say that book was called The Theories of How Pigs Could Fly. Right? Does that then mean to say that when I go to take my theories of how pigs can fly, and I go to put it into practice, that it's going to turn out the same? Of course not. So why do you think that is? Why do you think that when you go to take the theories of how pigs can fly, why it won't turn out the same in practice? Simple. Because you cannot defy the laws of gravity. What's one of the most important things about socialism? Well, socialism is seeking to abolish all means of private ownership, isn't it? So in order to abolish private ownership, you're going to have to prevent individuals from owning their own business and their own land. And in order to confiscate, that keyword, confiscate property from an individual, you are infringing upon an individual's rights and an individual's liberty. To take away the liberty of an individual from owning their own business, their own property, their own land, to do that, you cannot achieve it without the use of force. So if you use the government to then take away someone's individual rights and individual liberty, by taking away their liberty of owning their own business or land, you're forcing them into a collective group. Now, in order to keep them there, you're going to need to have the enforcer. Because let's say, for example, you eradicated the state, and let's say you did have anarchism. Who's going to prevent me and thousands of other people out there like me from going and doing my own thing? And the key word there again is the word prevent. If you don't understand the English language, you can look up the definition of the word prevent. Because in order for you to try and prevent something from happening, that's the opposite meaning of the word liberty. You can't seek to control something and then call that liberty at the same time. And this is what's laughable. Because from your example, you think you can have communism being stateless, but you think you can eradicate individualism at the same time. Because that's more or less what the end goal of socialism is. It's completely eradicating individualism and having your collectivist utopia. The key word there again, utopia. Because what you're doing is you're trying to tell me that your idea is more important than practice. That's essentially what you have said. You have said that your theory is more important than what practice has proven. Time and time and time again. Whenever it came to attempting to prevent individuals from seeking their own self-interest, for example, when the Cuban people went to seek their own self-interest by trying to escape on rafts for the shores of Florida, what exactly happened to those people? They were killed. So what exactly happened to the very same people in East Germany when they tried to escape over the Berlin Wall for seeking their own individual self-interest? What happened to those people? They were killed. You take away the government, what are you going to do to prevent individuals seeking their own self-interest? You don't know, do you? Of course you don't.